Tanis. Rebirth of a navy. 2,500 population. 40 prosperity, 30 culture.
For many generations, Egyptians have
What
been
is this
suffering
gross
under the cruel
map?
fist of Persia. Babylon's grip upon our sacred lands is, however, not as strong as it once was. While our accursed oppressors have been busy meddling in the politics of Greece, a series of revolts in Egypt has finally managed to loosen the hated Persian yoke. Now, however, word has reached Pharaoh that a force commanded by Fleet Admiral Conan, a Greek lackey receiving Persian gold, has been dispatched by Artaxerxes II and is headed for our shores. Pharaoh has wisely determined that a strong naval presence in the Nile is needed to thwart this incursion. As royal governor of Tanis, for the next 10 years, you must build strong ships and train stalwart troops to guard the approaches by water and land. You will need to establish a trade route within Nkomi to import sturdy wood with which to construct a fleet. Copper can also be imported from Nkomi on the island of Cyprus. This trade route is precarious at
Funds are tight in
as
this
it
troubled
runs
time.
close to the
8,000
Levant coast,
gold.
under
Okay.
control of our foe. Supplying the Pharaoh with needed supplies should help to supplement your income. Be aware that funds are tight in these troubled times. To succeed, you must be savvy in business and trade, as well as a skillful commander.
I mean, you can't actually get to these islands. So what is their point? Weird. Okay. So we have to import wood. What? How do we get... What? Reed gatherers? I guess there is some reeds up here. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now. I thought the reed gatherers were only on this island. I'm like, what the heck? Okay. So we have pomegranates, we have fish. Ugh. I think this is going to mostly be a warship mission based on the sound of it. The game certainly wouldn't deceive me, right? No. Not at all. But I think at first we're going to do mostly pomegranates. There we go. This will be the start of my food empire. My delicious pomegranate sustenance of the gods. Or something. We're gonna do a nice little block of housing here. Gotta try not to rush this mission like last time. This sounds like a good idea. Just going to do a nice little block of housing. It'd be great. Chocolate-covered pomegranates are heavenly. Indeed. Honestly, chocolate-covered anything is very good. I know we had that conversation about chocolate earlier. But chocolate is very good. It is delicious. And bazaars. Okay. Put our granary up here, along with 2 work camps to fill out the fields. And I think that's where we're going to start. We are going to want to almost immediately jump into reed gatherers, because that seems like the most obvious export. I don't know what I want to do about fish. I have mixed feelings about the fish market in this game. Actually, I guess we will just immediately jump into reed gatherers, because we're gonna need it. We might as well already have it all set up. And we won't put these. Yeah. There we go. All right. Let's bring in the people. Looks like Ra is our patron god. So we'll do something like that. Nice. Cinnamon. No, a place in Austin, Texas that has the cinnamon chocolate shakes. We don't have cinnamon. We have, just, like, berries and marshmallow. I'm trying to think of what shakes that we make at my place of employment. Lots of chocolate. We have cheesecake shakes, which are really good. They're pretty good. I think cheesecake shakes are probably the most dramatic shake that we have. We have chocolate and vanilla and, you know, all those boring normal flavors that I always get. There we go. And then we can also, I mean, we might as well fill up on pomegranates, right? There's no real reason not to. Yeah. Perfect. And we have the boys getting reeds. That's good. So let's open up there's a lot of cities here. You buy beer and pomegranates. You buy papyrus and pomegranates. You're the one that I want. Okay. You buy papyrus. Okay. And you sell wood, which is something that we're going to need. Okay, let's place down a storage yard here. This is going to have papyrus and is also going to have wood. There we go. %, unemployment. Great. I love it. It's beautiful. It brings a tear to my eyes. Okay. So we're definitely going to need a shipwright. And then a bunch of warship wharfs. We're going to go into debt. Am I okay with that? Yeah. Yep. At least a little bit of debt. A little bit of debt is fine. There we go. We already have our papyrus production set up, so we're good to go there. I think I am going to sell pomegranates, because with all of this farming, I might as well. There we go. It's a little bit of money. It's nothing to shake a stick at, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Because we are going to bring in a lot of food. In fact, I may want to build a second granary. There. Okay. Oh, I forgot a physician. My bad. My mistake, game. I apologize. I also have no real way to increase desirability until I get a little bit of money in. So hopefully I'll be able to do that soon. There we go. That's a nice big amount of food to start. The only drawback with this, I was hoping that they would fill the granaries. So what's wrong with this granary? No people? I find that hard to believe, game. I was hoping to fill the granaries before I filled the warehouses, but it seems like they split it evenly between the two. I don't know. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. As long as they get the food.
I don't know why we came. This city never trained. I don't know why we came. I don't know why we came. This city never
I'm gonna assume that they just weren't on the map. Or, you know, maybe I should assume that I didn't actually set it to export because I'm a dingus. There we go. Problem solved. Kind of. But yeah, I'm gonna have to import wood for my ships. Otherwise, I'll be very sad. Unemployment, yeah. That was bound to be a problem. I could make fish. One problem that I see with this map. Yeah, I have to build a ferry landing there if I want to get over to here. I don't necessarily think I have to get over to here, but that's definitely something I want to keep in mind. Desirability, desirability. Next thing is definitely going to be spending money on desirability. Okay, we have used all of the food. That's not necessarily surprising. I think, even though I'm probably making a lot of extra food, I don't know if I'm making that much extra food, but I'm making a lot of extra food, but it has to distribute first. And then after it distributes, it has to top off, and then after that, we'll probably get enough food to actually export a decent amount. 29% unemployment? It's not a big deal. Actually, we have a lot of extra reeds. We could build more papyrus makers. Like that. Yeah. Big thing now is going to be getting wood. Overall, our requirements for the mission aren't difficult. But definitely more difficult than the previous mission's requirements, that's for sure. Just a matter of getting our papyrus industry up and running and a bunch of sales from it. We could sell pottery, too. There's just no place to sell it to. Beer and pomegranates. Papyrus and pomegranates. Yeah. There's no real trade routes to sell anything to. Wait. Oh no, there's Mennefair. Yeah, Mennefair buys pottery. Mennefair actually buys a lot of pottery. Wow. Okay. So I know what we're going into next. Let's see. I'm a little bit saddened that I can't just build right along here. I can't build along here. Again, I just want to be a little bit careful because I do need... Yeah, I can't build warship wharfs there if I do that. Whatever. It'll be fine. This just seems to be the stream of overbuilding everything. Now, you might be a little bit concerned because I'm spending a lot of money. Where's the pottery? There it is. But in the grand scheme of things, if it means that I can export a lot of pottery to sell, we'll make that money back. It's one of those situations where you gotta spend money to make money. And, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. There we go. Now we could put fishing wharves in here. I don't necessarily know how many warships we're going to need. But that would provide a constant supply of food. Over and above our normal food production. Which would also allow us to export more pomegranates. We just have to deal with a little bit of debt for a while. But hopefully in the long run it'll be fine because we'll be able to import our wood without a problem and then we'll be good to go. Just might have to ignore our unemployment for a couple of years. You guys actually do have workers, okay.
why we came. I don't know why we came. This city never trades, and the short leave is boring.
Nobody's buying anything? Okay. Not yet, but we'll be fine. Now we are going to have to deal with our traders hoovering up our pottery for a while. That'll probably suck in the first 1,000 pottery or so. But after that, it'll be fine. And we do have a lot of papyrus coming in. So that's good.
I love the art of the deal. I love the art
Yeah.
of the deal. I can't wait to trade my supplies.
Okay. %15 unemployment. It's not bad. Not great, but not bad. And we do have roughly positive income. Roughly. I don't think, we'll import wood. We're probably going to get attacked soon. I want to import wood. I want to make sure I have that wood ready to go. Because we're probably going to have to build more warships. We're going to have to build warships along here. And I have to have a bunch of warships. And we'll just have to be good to go. Alright, so we're getting a little bit of fish in. Unfortunately, like, they have to travel far to get to the fish, which is over here. Teach a man to fish and he'll empty the Nile faster than you can imagine. Nice. But all of our potters are now working on full tilt. Our papyrus is being sold. We're doing a good job. We're doing a good job. We should start getting upgrades to our housing. Although it looks like we need a bandstand. We can do that. There we go. Excellent. That'll definitely help our unemployment. Okay, we have our ships starting to be built. That was a big cost there. 900 gold. It's expensive. It's expensive to import wood. But as long as we don't lose our warships, that'll be a temporary expense. And we should start selling off on pottery. Hopefully. Maybe. Already went through all of our wood. Great. That's fine. That's A-okay. Yeah, we're selling pottery. We're good. And our vast unemployment will eventually get hoovered up by our warship wars. That's 15 workers per wharf. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. So then we just have to start worrying about our ratings, which our ratings are already almost very good. We need more dentists, more musicians, more dancers. Build some of those things. It's kind of awkward having dentists in a city this small, but that's okay. This may be another mission where we can actually, like, clear it before the major conflict comes in. I mean, the prosperity is leaving something to be desired. Culture's not great. But I'm going to try not to do a stupid this time and just assume that we can finish the mission before things become problematic. Okay, let's do like a little square. This seemed to work okay last time. Yeah. It's alright. Also, the Pharaoh requests goods. Should be able to make that work. Yep. Excellent. Kinda sucks. We need the papyrus to balance out our exports, but it's fine. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It's the trader life for you. It sure is. Nice. I wish there was a way. I wish the game had a breakdown of like your exports and how much you made for each export. That'd make it a little bit easier to track, like, if it's worth, like, building something. Our gods are a little bit irritable. That's okay. Okay. Cool. We got chickpeas. Yeah. Yep. Not bad, not bad. Still in a little bit of debt, but we should be able to get that off before the end of the year. At least I hope we can. I've been kind of fortunate so far that it hasn't been much of a problem. But it doesn't look like we have any sea trade coming in. So we're just waiting for that dude with the mule. There he is. Coming to gobble up our pottery, probably. Yep.
High. That's my motto.
Very nice. Very nice. Now we're having a little bit of a problem with our reed gatherers, and I think a lot of that is just we don't really have a lot of reeds to gather from. But I also don't have an answer to that. No. Because I can't get around to the front here. I don't think so, anyhow. If I got rid of you, could I put No. Wait. No. I have to put it, like, here, and that's not going to happen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these islands are made to not be accessible. Okay, fair enough. I thought it was worth a shot. So yeah, it looks like it's mostly going to be pottery that makes us the money this mission. Pottery to Menfair. They sell barley. We could do beer too. In fact, we probably should do beer too. We have the unemployment. We need to upgrade our housing. We need a little bit more prosperity. So... maybe we should wait a little bit, but I'm not going to. I am historically impatient. Alright, let's go ahead and import that barley. We'll import 800 barley. It'll be a decent amount. And we'll make 4 breweries. There we go. Excellent. That'll resolve some of our problems. We can also build a pavilion over here. I like how most of my pavilions just go off into nowhere. I don't even bother to connect my intersections to anything. I just make them so I can make entertainment buildings. It's great. It's great. Yeah, because we only need 2,500 people. 2,500 people and very modest ratings overall. Could put a Scribble school or 2 down. That's a little jank. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, we produced papyrus, so we can. Especially now that we're going to start exporting beer. It's literally only going to be for the culture, though. I mean, I guess we could build a courthouse or 2. We can get to the point where we need Scribble schools, so I guess it's not that bad. I want to be a little bit careful, because my kingdom rating isn't great. Which means I want to try to keep my debt positive as much as possible. I say, as I just spent a bunch of money, started importing something, and built a bunch of projects. But it should be fine. The barley will pay off on its own. And we're still making plenty of papyrus. So we should be good to go. We should be good to go. I'm just going to be curious to see if we can actually finish this mission before we have to fight anybody. Okay, how does our culture look? We actually only need 300 people. That's hilarious. Which, I mean, we'll probably get once we get the beer in. As long as we're not too far into debt. Could just build a couple more houses too. I wanna get rid of my debt before I do anything else, though. I don't want to cause a lot of debt problems. Debt problems are no bueno. Okay, I guess the pomegranates are filling up the granary first. So I guess it's not that bad. It's not that much of a problem. There we go. Excellent. These houses are a little bit of a problem. I mean, this is all we need. Yeah, we just need a few hundred more people. And they'll be coming. Yeah, those houses are upgrading now. Nice, nice. And then I think once we get the beer and we upgrade these houses, I think we'll be good to go. Nice. Oh. Uh-oh. Too few dancers. I guess it makes sense. We have more population now. There we go. Senate houses? Can we even build Senate houses? Oh, we can. Oh, that will definitely solve the problem. Yeah, beer production. Have Senate. As soon as we get the beer in there, we'll be good to go. We'll be golden. Yeah, building a Senate house. When you don't need to build a Senate house, it can propel your culture a little bit. Like, when you have culture requirements, like high culture requirements, it doesn't do a whole lot. But it does jump your culture up a bit. Game, I said it jumps my culture up a little bit. Excuse me. Okay, well, the game's lying. It's definitely helping my culture. Okay. Okay, game. I'll drop a few more positions. I wasn't expecting to play the culture game on this mission of all things. Come on. Give it to me. Those are all perfect. That's perfect. I'm not building a library. That's all perfect. Come on, game. I was right there. I was right there. The game's all, no, it's not good enough now. Fine. You know what, game? Fine. I'll do it. You got me. I'll build a library. It'll be great. I'll build the best library you've ever seen. For my 35 culture. Alright, are we good to go now? Not quite. Should be almost there. I think the problem is that, yeah, we have a bunch of papyrus moving to this warehouse. SMH. SMH my head. What do you mean not enough dentists? Our dentist coverage is perfect. Everything's perfect. Okay, our gods are a little bit mad, but everything else is perfect. And you know what? If I have to build a couple temples, I will. Nice.
Hail to the hero of Tanis, protector of Egypt.
Protector of
Your
Egypt.
glorious victories
Ah,
on
my
land
glorious
and
victories
secured
on land
Egypt's continued
and
independence.
water.
The once powerful
Ah,
Persians
the
now
Persians
quake
quake in their
before the
boots
name
when
of
they
Pharaoh
speak
of
my
Gods.
name. Ah, I had such dramatic battles. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. There's my city. It's so tiny. Cleopatra's capital. Alexander the Great himself has paced off the future site of Alexandria, the port city on the Mediterranean Sea. The port city on the Mediterranean Sea. Under the 300 reign of the Ptolemies, ending with Cleopatra VII, Alexandria will become the greatest city in the world, exceeding Rome in population and wealth. Alexander's Mausoleum, the Great Library, the Pharaoh's Lighthouse, and the Caesareum are your city's projects. But what of Rome's mighty legions? Will they be used for or against Cleopatra's Egypt? 4,000 people. Overall, modest requirements. But I think that's what we're gonna do next time. So we are in the last leg of this game. We have, I want to say, maybe 3 streams left. I think Cleopatra's capital here, 10,000 population, 6 Plato estates. I think that alone will probably take a stream. Much like Hetem Senuret here. But, yeah, we're almost done. We're almost done with Pharaoh. And then, maybe we're gonna go back to Caesar 3. I don't know. I've been playing around with, not the Augustus mod, the Julius mod. Like, the predecessor to Augustus. And it works out pretty well. It works out pretty well. Thorn's like, Caesar 3, yeah, let's do Caesar 3. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, Pharaoh is doing very well for the channel. It's definitely doing very well for my streaming. People are enjoying it. So, I don't see a reason not to continue with, like, these old city builder games, at least for now. Eventually we're gonna run out. There's not actually a lot of these games, and there's even fewer that actually work on newer computers. Some of them are heavily modded in order to do so. Wonder which is more statistically popular. I think Caesar 3 is. I could be wrong about that. Let's see, it's either Caesar or Pharaoh. It's got to be one of those two. Let's see. Yep, this person's saying... this is literally just a random Reddit thread I found online. This person says Pharaoh's the best. Some people say Zeus is the best. Emperor. There's a couple of people that have soft spots in their hearts for Caesar 3 and its difficulty. Emperor is the most sophisticated, which would make sense because it's the newest and I believe the final one that they made, other than Caesar 4 that everybody hated. Caesar 3 and Pharaoh both have a detailed demographic simulation. Yeah, like, it's hard because all of the games kind of play the same. They just have different themes to it. I've always been a fan of the ancient Egyptian theme, so Pharaoh is my favorite. I never really got into Emperor, although I have played it a little bit. And I did play Caesar 3 before Pharaoh, because I believe that was the succession of the releases of the games. But yeah, I don't know. I might see if I could get some of the other ones that I haven't really looked at, like Zeus and Emperor, and see if I can like find an easy way to play them in the modern era. Because that's the hard part. The hard part for me is not only finding them, getting them to play decently, but then I also have to figure out how to stream them as well. That way I can interact with you guys, ban people in the chat when they do bad things. It's complicated. Pharaoh and Cleopatra has nearly 2 times the following that Caesar 3 has. I could believe that. I think a lot of people liked the monument building in Pharaoh. I think a lot of people also hated the monument building in Pharaoh. I think the original Pharaoh with the Cleopatra expansion, where you have the blessings that could increase how fast you build the monument, works so much better than not having it. But there's definitely a discussion there, and I think, at least as far as like the old impressions, city builders, I think a lot of it just comes down to taste. I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of it just depends on your preferred, like what history you like. Whether if you like Rome, you're gonna like Caesar. If you like pharaohs, if you like Egypt, you're going to like Pharaoh. If you like China, you're going to like Emperor. And I think that's the big thing. So, anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. And until next time, I think it'll probably be tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be doing some Majesty 2. Hopefully. Assuming I actually wake up at a decent time. But until then, happy gaming.